folks, this is Lee, Virtual Airline Pilot. Just introducing this video. This is the new Flight Simulator 2020. My first real go at it. I've had about an hour and a half, 2 hours in it or so, a couple of flights yesterday. And today's flight is going to be a quick tour, taking off from Half Moon Bay Airport in San Francisco Bay Area, climbing out across the bay, having a look at San Francisco generally. During the sunrise, we take off at about 6:15 a.m. and we've got something like 45-50 minutes or so flying time. And yeah, my first video, and just want to say thank you to the few people that have subscribed so far. Hope you'll join me in a few more as I get better at doing this. I have to say it's a fantastic simulator, and I hope you're going to enjoy this short flight with me. So, see you in a minute, and let's get in the aircraft and let's get going. Okay, so here we are in the Cessna. It's early in the morning, just coming up to 6:15 local time, and we're at Half Moon Bay Airport, just across the hills from San Francisco. Going to go down to taxi down to runway 130, and then we're going to take off, left turn out of the water to climb downwind, and then climb up to about 2,000 feet or so and head over towards San Francisco as the sun comes up. We've got live weather. Obviously it's night time over there at the moment, and it's 11 a.m. UK time here. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So first thing to do, we've checked all the flight controls, and just got to check the trim, which is set for takeoff. There we go. Parking brake disengaged, and let's go. Do a brake test. Yes. It really does look beautiful at these special times of the day. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find any way of getting rid of these external instruments, but it does allow me to do this. And let you show you the thing. Does look, it looks really nice. This is a very basic airport, but you know, even the basic ones look really good. The trees, the grass, the foliage, everything makes it look wonderful. Apart from that, I mean, it just looks Orbx quality, and this is default stuff. It's really just beautiful. A couple of vehicles there. I have crash detection off, of course. But even the vehicles look really impressive. Look at the lighting over there. So we're going on to runway 30. There you can see the red and green airport light. Actually, we're not going on to runway 30. This is the far northern end of the taxiway, so we'll go up to the runway, which is up here. But you get a good idea of just how beautiful this looks. The way the grass is, it's stunning. And look at the sky colours. And I've actually turned down a few of the settings. The one good thing I like about FPS 2020, whatever you want to call it, is that when you first load it up, it checks your system and sets up the best sort of settings, which obviously you can change. I've dialed mine down a little bit in some areas. Didn't need to, but I'm doing it just to show some of you that have low-end systems or lower systems just still how much what can be achieved here. It's beautiful. And to be honest, having flown Flight Simulator for many years, this has to be the best default Cessna 172 I've ever flown. It flies like the real bird. I've flown the 172 in real life. I've had lessons on the 150 many years ago, so I have a bit of experience in this aircraft, and everybody I speak to, and I'm agreeing with them here, says that this flies like the real thing, and this is a default aircraft. Dear oh dear. Right, okay, so there's your runway lights. We'll pull forward to the threshold. My rudder is a little bit sensitive, but apart from that, we're cool. We are really cool. Okay, ready to go? Let's go then. Just keeping it on the center line is a challenge. Obviously you can change your settings. Obviously I've got a Cytec ProFlight yoke and throttle system, and Logitech pedals, 60 knots. Let's lift off. Okay, there we go. Just beautiful, beautiful. Trim for 80 knots. Look at the roads, just stunning. That looks beautiful. Okay, flaps up. Well, let's turn downwind across the bay. We'll go up to 1,000 feet initially. Love the water, beautiful. So coming around to 120. Just beautiful. You do also get bumps as you go over those hills. Look at that. So the dawn is coming up, and now you get to see some of the airport there. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so let's continue the climb. And we'll go in over the mountains. Really is a beautiful, really lovely little aircraft. I personally prefer the old analog type instruments. The digital ones just don't look right for me in an aircraft like this. But I understand that some people will enjoy that. So there's the airport. Sunrise looks really beautiful. Actually, one thing I forgot to do is turn the strobes on. So strobe lights on. Yeah, there we go. So looking down the coast, and that I believe is Highway 1, goes all the way down to Los Angeles. Beautiful. You just see the sun peeking up there. It's a lovely time of day to fly, dawn and dusk. So I'm going to go up to about 3,000 feet and get well clear of these hills. So you can feel the turbulence now, the little bumps and bumps as we go over the hills. Look at that, beautiful. Look at the trees, the rolling hills. There's a highway down there. Just stunning. So San Francisco Airport are right over there. Look at the glare, the sun glare on the windscreen. So we're going to overfly the top of San Francisco International, head out over the bay, Golden Gate Bridge, and beautiful. Look at the lens flare. There's Highway 101, which is the main interstate, goes south to Los Angeles, if I am correct. So coming up on 3,000 feet. Altimeter is correct. Right, I can use the drone camera like that, which doesn't give you, I can't Still learning how to change the views around. Drone camera, you can't do too much with moving the camera around about that. Still got a lot to learn about that. And yeah, obviously if I use the external view, I get the get the instruments overlaid. But I'm sure we can work this out. This is useful for obviously if you want to fly. And see your instruments at the same time. So there's San Francisco, just coming to life in the darkness. So you've got Oakland on the other side of the bay there. Dead ahead. Not quite dead ahead, well. Dead ahead now. You've got the Bay Bridge. Which is here. Over to the left here is the Golden Gate, which is where we're going to go next. Here's the city of San Francisco here. Oakland's over there. And you've got the Naval Air Station somewhere around here. Alameda, I think it is. So we're at 3,000. Just the lighting is beautiful. Look at that. Really is stunning. You can pull the view forward slightly there, just with literally with a flick of the bits and pieces. Absolutely stunning view, and you can see Oakland there across the bay. Just see the runway lead-in lights. Alright. So now we're getting close to San Francisco. It just looks beautiful. You see the Golden Gate there in the right hand side, just over here. Just looks beautiful. So we go in over the city. Well, we'll actually cross the excuse me. We'll cross the western end here of the Bay Bridge. Get a bit closer to the city, lose a little bit of altitude. You see a couple of cruise ships there. And you can just see Alcatraz right there. And I think that's beautiful. It looks great in the daytime as well. Just looks stunning. So here we are coming in across the bay. You can start to see some of the detail now of the buildings and the way the shadows are in the early morning. Looks really good. I'm flying this manually, by the way. This aircraft does have autopilot capability. I mean, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. So we're just going to let the aircraft drift down to about 2,000 feet. Just come around the harbour here. So we're crossing Alcatraz. See if I can get a top-down shot here. There we are with the prison on it. And that looks fine. It looks very realistic, I think. So we turn over the bay now, over the bridge. So as the sun gets higher, you can see the shadows lift a bit more, and you can see a little bit more about what the ground looks like. I love the trees, the greenery that's around, foliage. Beautiful. Let's go back outside so you can see the bridge. I mean, that looks pretty realistic. Beautiful view of the bridge, got some cars crossing it, and you can even see, of course, the scratches and the uncleaned windows here in the side door, captain side of the Cessna. Frame rate is just ridiculously wonderful. So fluid, it's unbelievable. Okay, I've got a high-end system, but I was looking at a video on YouTube the other night of a guy flying in Singapore whose system is nowhere near as fine as mine, and his is really fluid. That, I believe, is Golden Gate Park down there. So now turn down the coast, follow the coast, and eventually we will come along to Half Moon Bay Airport. Yep, Golden Gate Park. Sharks out there somewhere, I guess. Thank God. Little bit of beach waves down there, just to the lower left. Pacific Coast Highway, that's it, Highway 1. Some cars going down there, they're even on the correct side of the road. Just a beautiful little tour. So I played with Flight Sim this version now for about an hour and a half, something like that. I'm using Shadow Play to record this because I believe there are issues with OBS Studios, which is what I use for P3D. But I will continue to use P3D for my airline flying and stuff until this simulation evolves into a situation where I can really start using that. But at the moment I got this because I wanted to try it out. And I do enjoy some GA flying, and it's fun to explore. At the end of the day, one of the reasons we do this, certainly in my case, is to just enjoy flying. Doesn't always have to be in an airliner. I love doing airline flights, and I love the challenges that produces. But at the same time, it is really nice to get into a beautiful aircraft like this that flies so well, and the scenery outside is truly VFR, truly exploratory. And this is just San Francisco. I had a quick look at Las Vegas, that's unbelievable. Haven't even looked at Dubai yet. But I'll let you know, I'm running the Deluxe Premium Edition to the top version, and pretty much on default settings. One thing I like about this simulator is once you've downloaded it and you've got it installed and you run it, clearly it looks at your system and determines what it thinks are the best settings. And to be honest, running with default settings is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So it's clearly good at what it does. Obviously there is scope for you to adjust up and down. Still a couple of things I really need to find out about how to switch views around and stuff like that. It would be nice to be able to do that and get rid of those instrument overlays. I believe you can't do that in this mode when you go to external view, but if you hit the drone view, as you can see, they are gone. some reason I go into the drone view there instead of external, it does something to the sim. I don't really know why. Okay, so there's Half Moon Bay. You see the red and the green and white light. So we're going to start coming down. Jetties there, little piers peering out into the water. Just visually it's beautiful. It is really beautiful. One thing I used to do many years ago was land the Cessna at Fisherman's Wharf. Haven't tried that yet, definitely got to try it. I did manage to land at St. Bart's yesterday very quickly. It wasn't easy because I was online and there were lots of other people in multiplayer trying it out, and so trying to get in, you know, obviously it's early in the morning over here now, so nobody's really flying, but I've got live traffic enabled, so basically if you do that you can see other aircraft. But at the moment this basically is my first video with Flight Sim 2020. At the end of the day, I believe it's just called Microsoft Flight Simulator, but as you and I know, those of us who have been flying for a long time, there have been many versions. So I'm just going to refer to this, like some of my compadres do, as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, so we know what we're talking about. So we got a nice little descent going here at 115 knots, come down to about 1,000 feet. Which is pretty much the circuit height, I think, but I'll make me wrong. Lovely coastline, look at the way the sun glints off the wings. Just wonderful. So there's the airfield, there's the runway. Very tempting to come in on 1-2, but took off from 3-0. That's I believe is what's in use this morning. So we'll do the right thing. Coming on the downwind leg. Altimeter's okay, check is okay. Trim for 80 knots. Okay, we're downwind. There's the field, nice view of the coastline there. You can see what the water looks like. Texturing looks wonderful. It's just stunning. Okay, flat 1 please. I like the ability to do this. It really helps when you're trying to do a circuit. Okay, come round 030. There's the field. Okay, we start in. Okay, full flaps. Landing checklist. Gear is down, we have no retractable gear. Flaps are full. Mixture is rich. Landing checklist is complete. Let's see if we can make this a half decent landing. We have to remember to look all the way down the runway. That's better. Really want to try and get the phase eyes correct there. I don't want to land in the displaced threshold. Always could be good. Let's just hope that I don't muck it up with the rudder pedals. Well, that was quite decent. Flaps up. Beautiful. Okay, there you go. I'm going to taxi all the way back in and park, so you get a close look here at the trees and the ground. I just love the way they've done this. It looks so real. Look at the trees. Probably got one too many aerodrome markers. Probably got one too many of them. But other than that, they're okay. I've got rudder pedals. I'm happy to say differential braking works as well. I'll show you that in a minute. What we'll do is we'll park and we'll turn on half power with one brake engaged to do a tight turn. But it just looks so beautiful. I mean, this is a bog standard airport. A default airport. It hasn't been enhanced or added to in any way. It's just stunning. I could fly in and out of here all day. I know that Orbix have done a beautiful half moon bay for P3D, which I have. Love to see them do something similar with this. lots of scope and room for our developers to go and work their magic. I'm looking forward to that. So we'll park on the left here. So we just brake a bit here and then right, so there we go. Right hand brake differential is locked. We're using power only to turn the aircraft. And there you have it. Well, there you go, folks. Thanks for joining me. That was just a quick tour. First video. If you really like it, like and subscribe. I'm going to try and do some more as I discover different things. As I've said before, I want to try and do one video a week at least. This will be an additional extra one which I'll pop in. So thanks again for joining me. My name's Lee, Virtual Airline Pilot, but today VFR in the new Flight Simulator 2020. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the air again sometime shortly. Take care and bye for now.